let me put before you the difference between solitary confinement and seeking of solitude. Both the terms are very important in reference to the freedom of society and freedom of the individual. However, the term seeking solitude is disappearing from the society and it is neglected. First, let us understand what solitary confinement is. When a prisoner who has committed serious criminal acts, especially crimes against the nation, against the state, against the society, where the conspiracy against the nation is involved. So such prisoners are awarded imprisonment to life. It may even include, in rarest of the rare cases, the gang rape, where the solitary confinement can be given. However, as per our law, the solitary confinement is limited to 3 months tenure. So it cannot exceed beyond 3 months. That too when a prisoner is facing imprisonment of life. If he is facing anything lesser imprisonment than that of the life, then the solitary confinement will be reduced for days, 1 week to 15 days. It cannot be more than that at a time. And all inclusive cannot extend beyond 3 months officially. That is because we have a reformatory form of justice. So the prisons are also made accordingly to reform the prisoner. Therefore, the solitary confinement, the term solitary confinement is rarely used in the legal system, especially in democracies, especially where the freedom is held as absolute. So the solitary confinement goes against the theory of freedom within the prison. So within the prison, the freedom within the prison is curtailed, where a prisoner is confined to 4 walls, within the 4 walls, in the dark cell. So this is done as a punishment. This is also done as to extract information from the said terrorist or a prisoner who is facing solitary confinement. When a person who is used for freedom is confined within the 4 walls, within the dark cell, there is a biggest attack on his mind. He is unable to speak with the outside world. He is unable to mingle with the outside society. In the prison, he is unable to move as freely as any other prisoner is able to move within the prison. So therefore his freedom is snatched away. So that is solitary confinement. So the solitary confinement itself is limited to 3 months, that is 90 days. So by this we can understand in a democracy what is the type of importance we are giving to the freedom of movement, freedom of speech, freedom to move within. As far as the solitary confinement is concerned, the prisoners generally are allowed to move. He is allowed to come out, eat food, perform the jobs which he has been assigned to, clean his clothes, wash his clothes, and his the prison area, and move, see the other people, at least look at other people, and also his freedom to read newspapers, his freedom to watch televisions, news is accorded within the institution of prison. So prison is a reformative institution. So call it the solitary confinement is used in the rarest of the rare situations. So that is the type of importance we are according to the freedom of people. So this is solitary confinement is on the one side. The other side, that is quite opposite, is seeking of solitude. So this is an opposite of freedom, seeking of solitude, where a person wants, an individual wants solitude. He wants to separate himself from the society he is living in. He wants to confine himself to a particular area or a particular place. So that is a right. That is his right. To give a few examples, we have tribals in India. Almost 1 crore of tribals in India. And it is applicable to elsewhere in the world. There are tribals who would not want to come and mingle with the society, so-called the society, freedom-oriented society ours. They do not want to mingle with us. So they want to confine themselves to a particular area, to a particular place of their own living. They want to live themselves within a small group or individually. They do not want the society as such. So they seek solitude. That is their right to live. Actually, this world has failed to recognize the rights of the tribals actually who seek solitude from the society. So that is right to solitude. And in Hinduism, so we had Vanaprastha where an individual, after performing all his domestic duties, he wanted to unite with the nature. So he wanted to perform his tasks, his pending tasks to the nature. Therefore, he sought solitude from the society, from his own kith and kin and from the society he was living. So that right was recognized in Hinduism. So that is the seeking of solitude. We have sages, we have rishis, we have scientists who want to seek solitude from the society. They do not want to mingle with the society. That is the right in person. That is the personal right to seek solitude. Now, with the effect of this COVID-19, people are by force put into confinement. This is another type of solitude. Whereas few people, in order to rescue their lives, have embraced the solitude. Few people by force, by the fear of the police, are confined to a particular area. So therefore, to sum it up, so solitary confinement is by force.